GI team in terms of what their kind of core picks are. But again, it's a best of 3 series, so I expect both teams to definitely ban out the likes of the Varia, ban out even the Churnwalker as we're about to get ready to go into draft. And again, they're going to look to pick their comfort picks as well, I feel, in the first game of the series.
Yeah, just going to be getting draft myself. So Black Feather Band, the bat first side for Team Vaguely Insane. So quite normal. Going to see if they're going to go onto the Varia ban or leave it open.
Black Feather ban is really good choice by Vaguely Insane because we know Black Feather is strong. We saw it in the last match on weapon power and even on the crystal power. So taking away such a strong, flexible hero, it gives your team a lot more confidence to focus in on either counter picking or just picking heroes that are very strong for your comp. So really good choice. It means from Mars, they banned the Batiste, does leave the Varia open, and I believe when Vaguely Insane played their last game, they played. No, that wasn't Vaguely Insane, but they could easily pick up Varia, who is classed as broken in Vainglory right now, Max Man.
Yeah, like she's completely broken. Even in 5v5, opportunity to play, and she's a game maker. She can 1v3 quite easily. She's got the burst, she's got the sustain, she's got the shielding with her dash. She's got a dash too, and she's got a global ultimate. Just everything you want on the hero to call it OP, basically.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that hero is open. It didn't happen last time when she wasn't banned first round. Gonna have to check out if it's gonna be picked or if it's gonna be banned on the second round. But like, still something that's happening right now. We're gonna be having a Churnwalker first pick on the side of Team Vaguely Insane.
Surprising now, followed by the Rona from Mars. They've gone for the Skyban, really wise choice because one of Rona's counters is Sky. I would like to see Vaguely Insane ban the Varia. It would make sense because I feel if they don't ban the Varia, Varia will be picked up, and with the range that Varia has, it will just make it a powerhouse in the crystal power. And then with Rona in the jungle being able to engage heavily onto Vaguely Insane, it could really spell issues. But no, they've gone for the Grace ban.
Okay, Grace ban. It does work out very Grace when you think about it. With Rona, she's just Rona's hero that can sustain, can burst, is mainly a brawl hero, just able to go head to head with a full team and just sustain it. And if you got also the Divine Intervention coming out of a Rona, of a Grace, sorry, Divine Intervention coming out of a Grace, you just got that hero just invincible in the front lane, and you cannot take off and just sacks so easily if she builds breaking point. So that's a super smart ban. Varia hasn't got picked though. So are we going to see like this is no more bans available?
Yeah, and you've got to also remember that Churnwalker is an AoE damage dealer and captain with the hook and chains, but they've gone for the Vox. And I was going to mention how Varia also has a lot of AoE damage potential, but so does this Vox, and Vox is a very, very strong carry right now in Vainglory, easily the strongest carry outside of Varia. So really good pickup by Vaguely Insane, and going on their last pick, possibly a Rhyme, possibly a Crew, but they go for the Koshka. Yes! Twirly Death Koshka, Yummy Catnip Frenzy Koshka, in your face Koshka. Pretty decent choice by them, I must say.
Yeah, I do love Koshka. She's not played that much when you think about it. Koshka is this hero you're going to take in perfect situations. But right now, it's not like going heads to head with a Rona and Arden. It's not the most like open case for Koshka to be picked. Like, what do you think of this Koshka pick? Why would they take that kind of pick into a Rona Arden?
Because they would pick it into a Rona Arden mainly because Batiste is banned and Sky is banned, but when you have the likes of Alpha open, who I wouldn't say isn't a better jungler than Koshka, but once he hits his kind of level 6 and once Alpha kind of gets into the aftershock position, is a bit tankier, is a little bit kind of more full on than the Koshka. However, you can't deny how distracting, how mobile, how assassin like Koshka is, and will possibly be able to provide enough distraction where Vox and Churnwalker can do their own damage and do their own thing in the backline.
Yeah, we're going to have to see it pans out. Should be going any moment now into the game. Like, this Koshka is going to be super interesting to see how they're going to play, how they're going to be playing an aggressive early game, which normally should be the case because the power spike from an Alpha and Rona, and especially Arden going all two together in the late game is going to be so impressive. It's going to be super complicated for Koshka to show dominance. So I expect to see Koshka build in Dragon's Eye.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, Max, and I would really like to see Dragon's Eye first item coming out for Koshka, because you rightly mentioned Rona is very tanky, so is the Arden, and so is the Alpha. If you build a Dragon's Eye, go into something like either a Clockwork or a Broken Myth. I'd even say Clockwork second item. You're gonna have the kind of item cooldown. You're gonna have the Dragon's Eye stacks, and while being able to jump in and out of the team fights will really make Koshka quite strong in the game.
Yeah, like that means we're going to be seeing normally the mid game. So going to see how they're going to be like panning out their entire game if they want to go for early engages, if they want to like get the extra gold in the enemy jungle to like use the engages to get the items. Are they going to stay very passive until the mid game phase? It's kind of complicated choice making to do.
It is, but I want to bring up a bit of a fight scenario for you, Maxman, that plays to Vaguely Insane's advantage. Once Koshka hits level 6 and has a Yummy Catnip Frenzy, I want to take up a fight scenario for you while the rotations are being done by these two teams. You have the Yummy Catnip Frenzy onto the Rona while she's on Red Mist. Let's say that's blocked. Charmwalker instantly goes for the Trespass, stuns up Rona, takes her out of the Red Mist. In that meantime, Vox has to wait for it, does that damage, and then Rona suddenly out of a team fight. That's true,
yeah.
So the CC ability and the kind of the potential for Vaguely Insane to pull off some really good team fights is quite strong in this match.
Yeah, we do have then the first Elder Trin going over to Team Mars. But yeah, like it is complicated. I cannot really project myself in a team fight, seeing what's going to happen, because this is going to be so diverse to see. Like, mainly on this Koshka, what's going to be happening is going to be, we're going to have to really see what happens close to the builds. And depending on the builds, we're going to see really how the team fights are going to be panning out all the time. Right now, it looks like they're going to try and get that first wave Understrike quite early on the side of Team Mars.
Yeah, I'd like to see Black Lotus doing a lot of work in getting the hook and chains like we see onto Hello Kitty and kind of causing hassle. But look at Daniel, not afraid to jump and really put pressure on Love Ashley.
Coco Buster trying to come back just on time and not going to be early enough, unfortunately. But like, yeah, that's what we're going to be expecting. Very aggressive from both teams. They got so much capacity to burst down, especially as we said earlier for the last series. Alpha can be an absolute monster if you play it properly. Prime Directive going to get a lot of damage on Coco, but
Black Lotus should have got rotated down with Coco Butter straight away, because there's no reason for him to really be in lane as a mid-century. Is taken by Coco Butter, so that does spell a little bit of trouble for Naz as Vanguard comes down with Daniel helping him, and Naz is going to just stay on Coco Butter. And can he get the better of him? Yes, he does take Coco Butter down for that first blood.
Yeah, just like as we just said, Alpha can be an absolute monster if you play it properly. Even in an early game, Koshka is one of the earliest heroes you have in the game right now. And it's going to be even 2 kills going to the side of Team Mars, from Mars. So you have to pay really attention right now. If you do not respect the damage from early Alpha, even though you're playing Koshka, you're going to get shut down so easily. You have to pay attention all the time.
And that's why rotations are so important, Maximum, because you got to make sure that you rotate either up or up to the lane or down to the jungle as essentially a 2 or 3 man squad, because as we see really good engagement from Coco Butter, and that's the kind of rotation you want to see, because I think Coco Butter kind of going into the jungle now. And what are we going to see here?
Yeah, it looks like maybe Alpha, like we got a little bit everywhere. Look like we're going to have a rotation from Black Lotus trying to go back onto that Elder Trin. 10 seconds before the Elder Trin despawns, they have to finish as fast as possible. That's going back on. Prime Directive not going to be connecting, unfortunately, 2v2 situation into the jungle. Prime Directive going to be available quite soon now to get another aggression on Cocoa Butter. Still, he doesn't have the reboot available, doesn't have the level 6. Going to be using his reboot now. Going to be very, very low HP. Going to get the Vanguard to sustain a little bit more. Going to be just enough to get the respawn. But he's going to go down anyways before the Prime Directive has time to connect into the fray. Going to be coming down with to the first Blitzer 2. No! Time! Cocoa Butter just surviving it. It was a niche of HP. Black Lotus doing what Channel Walkers can do, going quite aggressive early. Not enough Dardanelle.
Black Lotus needs to be careful though. Black Lotus really needs to be careful now. If Cocoa Butter can't secure this healing center, you will take a big thing. But no, see Naz is back down there. Black Lotus
overstaying a little bit too long there. Maybe Cocoa Butter still was able to take the kill on Arden there. Cocoa Butter should be destroyed there with the Rona and Alpha able to take him down quite fast. 3-3 in this 4 minutes 50-second game.
Yeah, and that was really good by Vainglory saying initially. They got the better of Naz, but now because they hung around for too long, they've lost their mids. They've essentially no, that was taken by Black Lotus. Absolutely fantastic stuff by him. Helped secure that 4. Vaguely insane, and it just but it doesn't take away from the fact that, like I mentioned, if you're going to be in a position like an engagement onto a team or in the enemy jungle, that you've got to make sure that you're securing something and you're helping to take an advantage. And if you're too low as a team and you're not gaining anything from it, you're just, you're slowing down the game for your team. You're not necessarily losing the game, you're slowing down your momentum as a team.
Yeah, that's something we're gonna have to check out all this game. Like the momentum is something so important in both of these comps. And just doing a little bit of damage onto these turrets for now. Not gonna get that much done. So right now, Aftershock is super important there on the side of Cocoa Butters, going against 2 very tanky Brawl heroes. Able to connect on the entirety of Team Vayne. And one of the time trying to get back, Black Lotus is going to be sharing a lot of the damage coming out of I Love Ashley. We're going to go too far. That fast. Be careful. Prime Directive able to connect once again. And going to be a little bit too much on the front lane. Black Lotus getting shut down. Unfortunately, Team Vaguely Insane losing 1 member.
Yeah, they just got out of position right there, and that's what kind of helped them to cause that fight. Because when you're against Verona and an Alpha that's able to engage super aggressively onto you, you've really got to be careful where your position. And the Fountain comes out, and Hello Kitty does survive, but does do a lot of damage on that first turret.
Yeah, well, be careful. Cocoa Butter is going to use also his own healing flask there, and that termination protocol almost doing in a much dash to take down Cocoa Butter. And that's going to be an easy ace there. I was not expecting it to go that fast.
Where did that?
Vaguely Insane.
Where I kind of don't know where that came from, if that makes sense. But anyway, either way, they got the ace. And look at this. This is really good structure, really good rotations, and really good focus from Vaguely Insane. It's like I say, you get an ace or you win a team fight, you turn it into an advantage. You turn it into a game advantage. They've got the turn. They're going to get the gold mine, and that is a really good psychological payout. A psychological advantage, as they do get the immense gold payout on the gold mine for their team. Really good stuff, and they're taking it to this VGA team, Maxman.
Yeah, I will be careful. Looks like we're going to have the Team Vayne going down right off the bat. Do you re-engage their Fun Vaults onto Hello Kitty going there? We're going to go a little bit too close. But no, anyway, he's going to do a little hug there. Going to take him down. Alpha going to try and re-engage onto I Love Alfie. Oh, that Yummy Cannon Frizzy going to be a little bit too late to save his life. And all that time, he doesn't have the reboot available just yet. Very, very soon. And all that time, Black Lotus unfortunately having a little bit of problem there. Oh, no, that's very unfortunate. I think they're going to leave no, they're not. They're going to try and aggress in there. Black Lotus seems like it's going to be having a bit of a technical problem, unfortunately.
Yeah, it feels like he is suffering a little bit from lag. I will possibly maybe look to find out, but they do get the kill onto him. I would have felt they should have maybe respected that there, but yeah, it's a shame. He got to suffer from lag because I feel that if he was just sacrificing himself, he would have moved around. But anyway.
We're going to have done a little bit of a re-engage there, doing a lot of burst damage with the Aftershock onto this Alpha. Just going to leave it slip away, unfortunately, so not going to be connected on any fights. We do have Black Lotus respawn, not moving a bunch. So, oh no, he's just came back. He just came back. Everyone, we're cool. We're cool. He is back into the fold. So now we're going to be able to come back into a normal game.
Hopefully that will not affect Vaguely Insane's momentum. Hopefully they will kind of look to refocus, make sure that okay, Black Lotus is back in this game. Let's just kind of reset ourselves. Let's look go, okay, that was a blip in our strategy. They won a kind of team fight. Let's just kind of continue what we were doing because what they were doing was overall being a very effective for their team. So if they could keep that up, make sure that I Love Ashley is in the right positions, they do have a very big chance in this game.
Yeah, like right now, both teams have a lot of possibilities to take the win. It's right now it's like 7-7, only 1k gold advantage over on this tide of team from Mars, and they're trying to improve their gold advantage by taking this gold miner. They will take it quite easily, improving the gold advantage of 2,000. So
And
right now,
and this was really good from Mars to kind of really kind of assert themselves in the map control. They're taking jungle. I don't know if I Love Ashley is having issues as well. It's hard to know so far in this game. It's a shame. It does seem like she is. I Love Ashley. Sorry, is
Daniel
back.
too. I seem like we're having technical problems for both teams. Unfortunately, this game. And a little bit of an engaging in a 2v3 situation there. Also, I Love Ashley coming back slowly to try and help out. Where's the tournament going to be get blocked out by the Crucible? Rona, red mist going round, baby, right round. Doing a lot of burst damage anyway, taking down the map of Coco Butts again destroyed completely. He's trying to re-engage down I Love Ashley. Got the reboot available, going to be connecting it. I Love Ashley maybe going to be exploding. No, will not. Will survive another day. Going to head to head with this Rona. Going to be going back, respecting the damage of the Vox. Does not want to go any further. Got the information, got the flare there. Going to use it into the freight reposition, taking off maybe Daniel. Is going to use the healing flask. No, this will be a double kill. You are not going anywhere else. From Mars, they are taking a slow advantage.
Yeah, it does. It does put Vaguely Insane on the back foot in this game, and Coco Butter needs to be careful. You're going 3v1. Don't let that happen.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's just come on lag or it's miscommunication. I don't know what's happening. I think there's a few problems over on the side of Vaguely Insane. So I just hope it's not gonna be affecting all the game. I hope it's gonna be coming back all together.
Yeah, but I think it also comes down to when you're kind of like a semi-competitive team and when you're a less experienced team, Max man, when you come across these small issues, you let it get to your head and you kind of it's hard to snap out of it compared to let's say professional teams where they're kind of more trained on this situation. Whereas Vaguely Insane, they kind of had this 2 minutes of situations where maybe a little bit of lag, losing a team fight, getting shut down by their turn, and then getting shut down again. They need to recompose themselves, refocus, and look to get back into this game and just keep control as much as they can.
Yeah, they're gonna have to try and come back there into the fray. Gonna be coming there, get the engage onto this Koshka. Got hook and chain available. Gonna be connecting with the tournament. Not gonna be going on to a team fight anyways. We're just trying to like engage very aggressive gameplay with Zerona. That's what we want to see. Just something I'd like to come on to real quick. Is like they're doing a lot of objectives on the side of from Mars, and that's something VG8 teams in N8 tend to do is go a little bit on the CA game style, which is playing very objective focused, which I do enjoy seeing. Oh, gonna have a little bit of an engage on team fight there. Gonna use so with his core charge. Gonna leave that slip away. Looks like Prime Detective not connecting onto Coco, but re-engaging onto Daniel then instead. Going very low with this Alpha. Got the reboot still available anyways. Coco Butter's going to go head-to-head, going to use the Vanguard and his Healing Flask too to come back and front lane that a little bit. They're going once again onto the Crystal Sentry. Going to use the reboot just on time. Maybe going to do a huge amount of damage. Not going to be... Oh, connects on I Love Ashley. Unfortunately, going to be going very low. Still very full HP on the side there of From Mars. Going to try and engage. Be careful. Prime Doctor connecting. Going to be shutting down. Double kill from Nas. Yummy Cannon Frenzy going to be reflex blocked a little bit too late by Hello Kitty, and this will be an ace for the team from Mars. Looks like we got a little bit of problem there for Hello Kitty, no, just maybe common trolling. I do not know what's going on right now, but it's going on.
Yeah, I just want to talk a little bit kind of about maybe a couple of mistakes Vaguely Insane are making. There's no Crucible from Black Lotus. When you're coming up against a gauntlet from an Arden where there's essentially a dive comp with the Arden, you need the Crucible. I get that he's got Echo, but the Echo is only really going to work in a right situation, as in the situation where your team has an advantage. But when your team is on the back foot, Echo on the Churn Walker is really not useful at all, and we're seeing the price being paid. And I also want to touch on the fact that we see that Naz 9000 on the Alpha has Dragon's Eye, and we talked about it during the draft phase. Cocoa Butter does not have Dragon's Eye, and I really feel like it's paying the price. Yes, he has Broken Myth, but I feel like Dragon's Eye would have been a lot better item than either the Aftershock or the Broken Myth.
That's is quite a complicated situation. The Kraken just spawned now, going to be a little bit more objective focus on this, but like the Echo was for me for Black Lotus a bad purchase. And to add even on what you said, instead of Echo, I would have gone with looks like we're gonna have a little bit of an engage there. Gonna have to cut myself off. Going to be connecting with the Trespass, able to stun off the team Nas and Dardaniel. He did use the Echo on that ability. Going to try and use it again. Not going to be using it on time, unfortunately. Taking one kill onto this channel and backing out then once again onto objective. And the Kraken is spawned. I think they might even go on to it right now.
Yeah, and it has been confirmed to us in our ear, so to speak, that the Churn Walker Black Rose is lagging in this game. So it's definitely unfortunate for Vaguely Insane, and I feel like kind of they know they're heavily on the back foot, and when you're against a VGA team like From Mars, you're going to pay the price. So I think they're just trying to do their best to maybe distract. But we see Hello Kitty's going to take down the Koshka, and yeah, it feels like the game is really falling into the hands of From Mars.
Yeah, like it's going to be a bit complicated to come back. Maybe hoping just going to get shut down. Trespass going to be reflex blocked there by Hello Kitty. We got that Isle of Ashley going to be going down quite fast. Oh, like very complicated situation. But something I'd like to come back on real quick is like instead of Echo, normally you want to be front lane quite tanky with Channel Walker, which is not the case right now. But like Echo, instead of Echo, I would have built Clockwork. Would have been much more effective, I think. I don't know what you think of that item build. Echo Clockwork.
Yeah, Clockwork wouldn't have been bad, but realistically, War Threads would have been a lot better.
Yeah, would all be. No, he's still going down the first turret of the choke point, and the enemy base will be going down. From Mars, going to be looking like a very dominant performance. Was that goalie able to stun out? I love Ashley burst down by the foe splitter from Hello Kitty. They are still very low. Be careful, Keiko Batter's not finished right now. Still going to try and get a little bit of a fight. Foe splitter able to stop and cut off the escape route from this Koshka and taking down the last Vayne turret. And this will be a 17 minutes and 30-second game from Mars. VGA team is showing their strength.
They really are, Maxman, as far as when they got a foothold of the match, they realized they had control, and we saw when they got the gold mine, they went onto the crystal sentry, and then they went back onto the gold mine a few minutes later after they won another team fight. And when you're playing against a VGA team and you kind of let yourself get behind like that, you're going to pay the price quite heavily. But that's not to take away from the job that Vaguely Insane were doing in the early stages before they started suffering from lag issues, as it was confirmed to us. So I feel like if they can sort that out, maybe a quick reset of the device or reset of the router on the side of Black Lotus, that they can come back into this game a little bit stronger, maybe learn from the mistakes, because I feel like we pointed out some very valid, a very valid kind of changes that could have been made to the likes of the Churn Walker build or even the Koshka build that would have helped them or aided them a lot better in that game to get away from the enemy, or to kind of stay more sustained and kind of potentially win a team fight a little bit better. So I do hope they learn from that in the second game.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if their mindset changes, and really if Chernorka can get away from those awful lags, that would be a huge help for them. Because they did battle quite well in the early game. Like there wasn't that much of a change. There was 7 kills to 7, and the gold advantage of only 1,000. So it was quite even in the early phase of the game. So I think they do have their chances if they are in the optimal if they're in the optimal gameplay phase, and if they can just play to their full potential. I think they can take a win.
Yeah, exactly, Maxman. So we are just waiting for, actually, believe it or not, for the players to join the players to rejoin the party, because I think that's what happened. That's what has happened. I feel like, well, we are being told and we are seeing in the party that there is being some form of a sub for Vainglory Statistics. Jaciel is coming into the fold and onto the team for Vainglory Statistics. I believe that will be maybe instead of the Black Lotus.
We're gonna have to check out. I think that they are maybe checking out to replace Black Lotus.
Yeah,
if they got a sub, that would be a good decision actually.
Yeah, it is for Lotus. Yeah, it has been confirmed to us, so we're just waiting for I Love Ashley to join the party. And then we will get into the draft of this second game, and that is good, because if they can get Jaciel into the game, maybe refocus, know that they've got a player on their team that's not really going to suffer from lag, they will be able to continue their strategy, go back into the draft of the second game, possibly draft a little bit better. They're going to be on the right-hand side, Maxman, which will give them a slight advantage when it comes to the last pick.
Yeah, draft on the B side is somewhat easier, because as a lot of pro players said, when you're on B side, depending on what the enemy heroes have, Black Feather and Rona are one of the top priority picks. And that's what happened this game. Rona was picked and just able to completely shut down what happened on the other side, because you had, after what they picked again, just adding the possibility to add up to the comp. And this round had just gone add up from the alpha, and it was just so efficient. You could just engage, get the burst, get the sustain. It was a super smart drafting, and they were on B side. I think the fact of changing sides right now, Vainglory Insane do have their chances of getting the draft right.
Of course they do, because we know they're a good team, and they just got to be a little bit sharper, as we are going to just get into this draft as soon as possible. Link is just waiting to be put together, to be put up for us. So yeah, to talk about that Rona pickup, normally Rona is countered by the likes of CP Blackfeather and Sky and possibly a couple of other heroes, but they were banned. They were off the table. So as you rightly said, Rona was a powerhouse and essentially had a free-for-all. As we are getting into the draft of this second game, Maxman, from Mars on the left-hand side, Vaguely Insane on the right-hand side, Grace first ban from Mars, powerhouse captain taken off the table. What would you like to see as the first ban from Vaguely Insane?
So Vaguely Insane, I think they had quite a lot of problem with the alpha. So because it's still quite a strong hero, and they didn't have that much capacity to take it off the table, I'd say maybe an alpha ban. They're going to be taking the Rona then. So it was one of both anyways. Rona ban right off the bat. Rona is a hero that can be countered. I do personally enjoy Lance into a Rona. You do have the CC capacity to lock her down. So I don't think Rona first ban was the best choice, but they're banning it off anyway. They got Black Feather, so they do not have then, as I said earlier, the B side like Rona Black Feather heroes that many people like to have. Yeah. So that's off the table.
It is off the table, but Varia is still on the table. You still have Arden, you still have Charm Walker, which even though it didn't work for Vaguely Insane in the first game, that partly came down to Lad from Black Lotus and the rest of their comp. However, Arden has been picked up by Vaguely Insane. It's a core captain, and I would like to see Varia being banned, if not possibly even Lyra or Charm Walker banned for Vaguely Insane.
Yeah, I think Lyra would be the best point. As I said earlier, the Bulwark can completely shut down the use of an Arden. So that would be the smartest thing to do right now. And it's going to be then the Lyra indeed getting banned off, I think, for this case. So now we're going to see what's going to be banned on the side of From Mars. Varia, once again, is still available. I don't think it will be picked on the side of Vaguely Insane because Varia is a hero. If you want to defeat her, you have to have a full dive comp. Dive comp, you got Black Feather. They can also pick a CP jungle or a roam fortress to dive on, and they can also go on these kind of heroes to dive. So picking it now on this B side for me would be a bad decision when you got Black Feather getting picked on the side of From Mars.
Yeah, definitely agree, but it kind of comes down to what is banned from Mars. They're definitely thinking about it. You could ban the Sky, you could ban the Samuel, or you could even ban the Vox, because Vox is very strong, but maybe they feel that they'll able to counter the Vox with the Black Feather. But two other heroes that I haven't mentioned is Baron and Ringo that could be banned from Mars.
It's always going to be the Varia ban, and just happened right now. The Varia game ban took off the table, so they this is complicated now. Going into Black Feather, you've got so many heroes that about work quite well. Black Feather is just like right now, it is a flex pick. Can go jungle, can go lane, CP, weapon. So you do not know where he's going to be, and you cannot be sure to counter him. So this is going to be complicated to see where they're going to be going onto the side of Vaguely Insane. I think they should mainly go for comfort pick right now. This is the best and the optimal decision to go for comfort pick.
Yeah, you either go for comfort pick or you go for a bit more of a meta pick like a Ringo or a Vox. Ringo would actually be the best choice for me right now because he works very well with Arden the Maxman, and he is quite strong with that Spell Sword Double Tyrants build, and then it would make sure that if it would make sure that they will be able to counter pick another comfort attack. Picking your jungler as your second pick, it leaves Petal open for From Mars. It leaves something like a Koshka, which can counter Taka, not all the time, but can counter Taka. It does leave Vaguely Insane a little bit exposed to not only not counter pick the Black Feather, but also having the Taka countered.
Yeah, like Taka, you got so many ways of countering it when you're taking it B side, double second pick. As you said, like Petal's open. Petal is open, and it's so effective into these Takas lately. I was going to go for Fortress. Okay.
You could go for Fortress and Petal, and that would be actually very much a dive comp. No, they've gone for Lance.
Oh, so would you like this? What do you expect to see, like build wise and like position wise? Because this is quite a full team flex comp.
Well, it's obviously going to be a weapon power Black Feather, CP Fortress, and actually maybe not obvious, but I'm going to presume it's
because
going to be
you have attacker. For information, you do have attacker. You have attacker that does get shut down. If CC down, a Lance can easily burst him down with Stitching Wall. If he's got the CC, he's got the Impel. So I still leave a little in my corner of my head. I can still see a weapon Lance being played there. So a bit complicated, but it's going to be having Vox. Last pick on the side of Vaguely Insane. Draft is now over. We will be heading into the fold quite shortly. But Imperium, what are your expectations on this draft that is quite out of the ordinary?
I don't actually agree with the Vox last pick. I'm not saying it's a bad pickup. It's good because I suppose you can build up resonance bands and stacks on the Fortress Wolves, but I feel like you want a bit more burst for let's say shutting down or kind of pushing away the comp from Mars. And if you have something like Ringo that's going to provide not only is slow with his B, but also it's going to provide a bit more burst with the spell sword double tyrants. It would have been a bit more effective against From Mars. So I feel like Vaguely saying could have drafted a whole lot better in the second game. However, who's to say that the Taka is not a comfort pick for them? That the Vox is a comfort pick, and the Arden is definitely a stronger captain than they had in the first game, Maxman.
Yeah, I think Taka is mainly Joff just got stopped there. But I think Taka is a comfort pick, and it's got like we are from EU for you guys who do not know. So Taka in EU is not that much of a big deal as it is in NA. Taka has always got last series has got banned again and again and again, and I did not understand why. So we're gonna see if it's really an NA type of hero to play quite a lot because it is very aggressive, and NA is known to be very aggressive. So we're gonna have to check that out. It's gonna be very interesting where we're going in this game.
Yeah, and From Mars played a very overall tight and structured comp. It was actually very dive comp the first game, and they picked similar in the second one. So I want to see a bit more kiting, a bit more maybe somewhat passive gameplay from Vaguely saying you don't want it to be too passive that you let your opponents roll all over you, but they've just got to pick the right moments to engage. If Taka can maybe get ahead in jungle compared to the Fortress Maxman, that will really go towards their advantage.
Yeah, that's what we want because Fortress and Lance are two natural heroes, extremely powerful against Taka. So Taka to be viable in the mid/late game, he has to get those early rotations. He has to farm and even get early kills if possible because he's gonna be falling down quite badly in the late game. Just the capacity of CC and follow up, even if Haku. Oh, I cannot see this game going over to Vaguely Insane, unfortunately.
Yeah, they do have it up against them. I want to touch on now that Naz 9000 on the Fortress went for a Crystal Bit Swift Shooter. So definitely not a bad choice. Will help them farm up a little bit quicker, which is when you're against attacker, you kind of want to make sure you at least keep on par, if not get ahead. And one item which I thought might have actually been picked up from Mars on either Lance or the Fortress was a Dragon Blood contract. That would have really helped them aggress early game. However, they didn't go for it. Maybe they feel like they can just get a foothold without it.
Yeah, it does work out super good in this type of Dragon Blood contract. Looks like the Elder Treant who's going to be going over to the team Vaguely Insane. Well, Daniel just took a lot of damage there. Just going to be backing out, back to the lane, and maybe they should go for an early jungle engage because they do need the early Taka engage on gold advantage.
Well, they've got the gold advantage from the mid-century. Taka isn't the strongest early game. I felt that was actually the best choice for them to port back because if they had hung around, they could potentially have lost or lost the first blood and actually have lost the rotation. Whereas now they keep the rotation. The Taka is able to go back. He has the double weapon play.
Oh, the Empire is going to be connected. Could have been a game changer that got the stack of Hearthrobe onto him. That was very scary, unfortunately. Got Taka coming up there. Going to use that Kaiten. First blood coming over to Vaguely Insane. Going to try and reconnect there. But the Vanguard able to save up Isle of Ashley. Going to be a double kill there for Cocoa Butter. The Taka we were not sure of is being the underdog right now. He's got the first few kills, and that's what you want to get your win conditions on point.
What? That was one thing I said. One thing that I said was.
Cocoa Butter!
Thank you very much. Showing the Taka was actually a really clever choice, even as a second pickup. And now going straight onto Daniel, doing that damage. But no, back away, Cocoa Butter. No. Yes, go to the enemy jungle. Go to yourself. No.
Oh, get back up, Daniel. Killing Flask. Oh my god. That was. This Cocoa Butter has been super aggressive. I do enjoy seeing that.
And now I feel like he's actually going to be able to take control as he's gone into stealth a little bit too early. Naz is a little bit scared. Oh, he got rooted by the sentry.
damn it. He almost got that also that treant there. But that's what we want to see. Like, Coco Best playing, like I said, he has to go aggressive in the enemy jungle to get those win conditions. Going to take that treant too. Going to be stunned out. Also going to miss the impale just by using that kite into. Daniel doesn't have that healing flask. He used it a little bit earlier. Going to have extra move speed there. Got the Jitchin wall going to be coming up very soon. Oh! Through the wall, Coco Butter surviving, being an absolute god with his tacker. This is a comfort pick, but he is super comfortable in it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but look what Hello Kitty is doing now. He pushed lane, and now he's going into the enemy jungle, and we see that Vox is going to pull Arden down with Cocoa Butter.
I did take Jasso did take one of those two camps. He doesn't have the Rose offensive, unfortunately, so it's going to be quite complicated to get out of that sticky situation. On point, able to win a little bit more sustain. Tacker onto Inganu. Oh, nice. Oh! Hello Kitty! That was awesomely played right there. Just playing with the treant right around. Not as powerful as the EU treants we have over here, but still very impressive.
Not as powerful indeed, because EU treants are absolutely OP indeed, Maximum. But I'm really impressed by Vainglory Insane in the second game. They have not let the mentality and the frustration from the first game and even the loss get to them. Cocoa Butter, absolutely fantastic play by Taka so far. He's got the aftershock still with the double weapon blade.
And it's coming back up, Daniel. He's avoiding so much CC of Daniel with those kitens. It's just, I don't know if it's timing or prediction, but Cocoa Butter is just doing so much work with those kitens, enabling him to be always super aggressive. He's got the aftershock too. That means that Daniel is a possible, like, he's a threat to absolutely everyone in this early game, mid-game phase right now. It's going to be super interesting. And Daniel doesn't seem to be moving. I know he's came back. It's okay. He's back.
Guess who's back again? Daniel back to the
Oh, gonna use the boost. Oh, gonna miss him. Going back onto turret, gonna use his healing flask once again. The Cocoa Butter is just, he's just being so aggressive on Daniel.
Real quick, he hasn't even got his X-Retsu left. He hasn't hit level 6, and he's still being annoying. It feels like from Mars, can't really do much.
Oh, that double impale almost out there. Going to be going a little bit under turret there. That's going to be very late. Also going to use attack of the pack to counter attack. The rhymes are there, and they are going to be destroying well that time. I love Ashley. Going to miss that impale for Daniel. Unfortunately, going to be going under turret. Going to use the Vainglory on himself. Double kill for the Fortress. Going to be also shut down under that turret by Cocoa Butters. Be careful there. You do not want to engage Hello Kitty. You can get shut down quite easily with an on-point Feint of Heart. Not going to be connecting. And Lance, being very smart, they're taking these back camps.
Yeah, very good choice from Lance, but you want to be careful not get too far away from the rest of your team.
Yeah, looks like he does have the level 6. He's got the X-Ret available. Wait for it, going to be connecting on both persons of Team Mars. Going to be connecting now. Shitton will going to be working just on time. Cocoa Butter is still not going to be surrendering right now. Cutting, connecting. Kill for Vox. He's saying, share the kills, come on, Tucker. Leave me a bit of that cake. And he's going to be leaving it over to the Vox. Coming back over, he's getting all the time super aggressive. Taking it! Playing with his food at this point. Oh, no, it's going to be going down quite shortly. Cocoa Butter's going to be quite low on mana there. Going to be doing a lot of damage. He's bleeding out. He's bleeding out. Just surviving of an inch of HP there now. Going to be going back to the base.
You know what? Vainglory Insane have to kind of take what from Mars did, what from Mars did in the last game. They need to turn these kills into objectives, into macro control, because it's all well and good Cocoa Butter having the fun, being able to X-Retsu and kind of Kaiden and Kaku in between these fights. But if you're not winning the team fight and turning it into objectives, turning it into game and map control, you're just not helping your cause.
Yeah, they have to turn those like winning occasions into objective. Maybe turrets, maybe a Gorman. Gorman is now to the brim, so that would be a very important objective with the Taka, because there's no gold advantage. Kill advantage, there is 7-2 for Vainglory Insane, but gold advantage is the most important when you got a Taka and a Vox. You want to get those core items as fast as possible.
Look at that, goes straight into turret. Really good by Cocoa Butter.
Trying to reposition there. Rose offensive tries to get out of that sticky situation. Going to be connecting with Jitsin Wall 2. Trying to re-engage there. Cocoa Butter's got a nice bit of engage onto himself. And well, that time we do have Nas coming out to engage. We're going to use also attack. Oh my god, attack of the pack going to be used out. Jitsin Wall not going to be connecting onto the wall. get the CC, unfortunately. Going right to under the turret. Fountain going to get used well with the blood, so you're losing a little bit of healing out, unfortunately, by the help of that fortress. And this is going to go quite far. Impel going to be connecting. Jitron will be able to spin out Jaziel. Vanguard on himself. X-Retsu Kaiten onto Nurse Fountain coming out from the side of Team from Mars. And slowly going to be trying to rotate over. I Love Ashley going to be able to slow down with that resonance. Kaku trying to get back onto that lane. We're not going to go that far, unfortunately. So it's going to be 1 kill onto Jaziel for Team from Mars.
Yeah, but now Vaguely saying got to be a little bit careful. Want to say Daniel's really doing a good job on this Lance, by the way, to kind of get Team Wall, either Cocoa Butter or I Love Ashley into the wall, getting those double to triple impales, really holding his team together right now. Great stuff from Lance.
Yeah, like that's what you want. As I said, Lance is a natural counter into Taka. If Taka misses a combo or finishes a combo and doesn't time his Kaku, which he has done, his Kaiten, which he has done, Taka for the moment. Absolutely awesome Kaitens. If he doesn't time it properly, he can just CC into the ground and enable his team to get easy free burst damage onto it. Well, the time we do have the X-Red, so you're going to be connecting, applying Mortal Wound onto Hello Kitty. Turret's very, very low. I think that should be a very important objective in the next team fight.
If I was Cocoa Butter, I'd actually get Tension Bow, you know that?
Tension Bow, oh, that's
I would.
interesting.
We're
going to have to check out well. That's time the turret going to be going down to the restaurant of this. Vox, X-Retsu, kiting, taken off the map. Hello Kitty, getting destroyed. Vanguard going to be stopped up by the Jitron wall coming out of Dardanel. Awesomely done there. Well, I'm going to try and escape. Going to go head-to-head with I Love Ashley. Going to try and go through the wall. Not going to have enough time, unfortunately. And this is awesomely done by Vaguely Insane.
No, Jaziel, don't follow into the jungle. Let's go for the gold mine, Vaguely Insane. It's full. Take it. Don't hang around.
X-Retsu, anyway. Taking it over, taking a kill, taking the farm too. He wants everything. He says, this jungle is mine. Your lives are mine. I am taking and claiming everything. And now, yeah, as you said, we need a little bit more objectively focused gameplay on the side of Vaguely Insane. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit of their downfall.
Yeah, it is. As I said, it's not necessarily going to stop them from winning, but it's only going to give From Mars a slight more of a chance to get back into the game. But, however, maybe they're just playing a patient, but now as From Mars look to kind of push lane.
Yeah, they got a huge minion wave right there. I think it'd be a bad decision to actually engage that turret, so they're just going to leave it out. A huge coal coming in there for I Love Ashley. He's going to be happy. He's going to go and get a new item. I think he's got 2,000 gold under his belt, ready to purchase any item he wants. Going to check out. He does have Poison Sieve and Breaking Point, but what? Maybe Aegis, I would think, next would be interesting.
Aegis would definitely be a wise choice because you would have the reflex block to be able to block the Impale while protecting yourself against the fortress. Even though the fortress doesn't have Broken Myth, he's still doing good burst damage, so the Aegis would definitely be a wise choice. However, he has picked up the Metal Jacket, which is interesting. I would have thought Atlas would have been the most obvious choice.
It's you have to be a little bit like on your defensive items. You do have a lot of things to take care of. You got the CC, you got the burst damage, and you got the sustain, and also like the Black Feather. You have to Atlas down, which on the Vox would be very smart. It is a bit complicated right now. We did go on the coated. Oh, there you got the engage there on I Love Ashley. X-Ray going to be connecting. Is the goalie going to get stunned out by the Jitron wall? Oh my god, the Impale going to be connecting right off the bat onto this Taco X-Ray back again onto Black. They're going to reposition, going to be finished by the Feint of Heart. 2v2 situation. Fire Black of Heather available. This is going to be surely a triple kill for Black Feather. Awesomely done. This, oh my god, Daniel just awesomely timing these Jitron wall and these Impales. Just as I said, natural counter into Taka.
Yeah, and it's actually the second time that he's actually stunned. He stunned Jaziel out of the Githium wall, which is amazing. And this is why I said Atlas is needed against a Black Feather. Jaziel doesn't have the Atlas, so you need an Atlas. And whether it is Cocoa Butter or I Love Ashley, yeah, it could have been clever for Cocoa Butter to get Atlas because he's going to potentially dive onto the Black Feather. But when you're when you're a carry that's being dived onto as the root comes out.
Yeah, just got a little bit of an aggression there. 5-stack of her throw, but this line's going to get 2. He does have the gauntlet on cooldown, unfortunately. Crucible going to get used quite early there. 5-stack of her throw onto the other, going to be finished by the Feint of Heart. Repositioning, 2v3 situation. Kendak over onto this box, going to be a little bit on his own. Going to try and get away. Well, that time Tucker going to be shut down completely. And this will not be an ace, unfortunately, for team from Mars. But Crystal Sentry going to be locked for their cause, and they are playing much more objective focused than was happening for Vaguely Insane.
Well, not necessarily objectively focused, but they're actually player focused. So they're focusing on the right hero. They're going for whoever is essentially the lowest, and they're also engaging a lot better as a team. But it's like I said, you have no Atlas against the Blackfeather, and the Blackfeather is just running wild, brother. He's running wild like Hulkamania runs wild in the WWE ring. He's just taking down the enemies left, right, and center, Max Man.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. Like Blackfeather can be super how to put that in point. He can be super effective. He can get actually on his hero and get his stacks. He does have the breaking point available. That means that if he gets easy stacks on Jazrael, there's always going to be the front lane. As you saw earlier, he was a little bit out of position, and he got a few free stacks off that, which enabled him to engage on the best, in the best situation possible right there. So you have to be careful to like engage all together on the side of Vainglory Insane. Sorry. If you want to get your win advantage, and we're going to be engaging with extra 2 onto. Not really the hero you want to engage mainly. Then you're going to use the Impel, just going to get all blocked there. Also going to be able to shut down completely this Arden and last 2 supports down. Only the jungler and the carry left. X-Rex is going to be connecting. Also going to use a healing flask onto his own self. Forge is going to be blacking out there. Got the X-Rex available quite soon. Going to use it. Oh, awesomely timed reflex block by Hello Kitty. Stopping that mortal wound from coming up. Hello Kitty going to try and engage that. He's got the young point and the full Rose defensive going to use the Alice 2 to able to slow down the attack speed of this Fox coming back there. Oh, they are so low. Feint of Heart coming out there. Maybe you're going to be able to take down this Fox. On point going to be missing out. And it will be an awesomely played by this Fox. And Tiger, they're just able to sustain so well against Blackfeather, which isn't easy. So 100% props on their side.
Yeah, really good. And that means that Vaguely Insane are going to be able to go for the Kraken. Are they going to look to take down Danielle? The fountain comes out, which isn't a bad idea, but no, turn back, go for the Kraken. No, don't go for the kill. Is that the worst choice? Impales over the wall, and now X-Retsu's onto Daniel, gets impressive play, but it's not ace. And now, even though Daniel died, it was very good play from Mars because he distracted Vaguely Insane from getting the Kraken, and now they can't get the Kraken because they use Fountain. They the Blackfeather and the Fortress both came up, and that was definitely not necessarily a misplay by Vaguely Insane, but it shows their kind of lack of experience because they couldn't take down Daniel quick enough to capture the turret at the same time.
Like as we saw there, like they must, as we said, we've been saying this all the game, they must play more objective focus. They could have turned this in a Kraken into a potential push, and you know how good attacker can be to take down objectives and actually like play with the enemies. Well, the time we got a little bit of an aggression there, gonna try and get a little bit of stacks up with Yon Point connecting onto Jazrael. Attacker trying to explore a little bit of that lane. Going to be aggression with the Feint of Heart. On point going to be connecting. Unfortunately, will not be connecting onto the enemy attacker. Going to use Curfew to regen slowly. Got the 5-stack of her throw still on in there. Once we re-engage, Ditchroom Wall going to be able to stun out Coco, but going to miss that impale, unfortunately. With that awesome gauntlet, able to stun out Nas and keep into the zone. This Blackfeather going to try and run away. Well, that time we do have Fortress getting fully engaged by this Vox and Taku combo. But Taku just totally overextended. Impel going to be connecting with the very, very late reflex block, unfortunately, by Olaf Ashley. Going to get completely shut down. Impel going to be connecting onto the Arden, turning this into an ace and a triple kill. This Blackfeather is absolutely insane.
Well, there's only one Atlas, which comes from Jazrael. Cocoa Butter has 0 weapon power defense, needs to sell the healing flask outright and get weapon power defense. And yeah, okay, I Love Ashley has a metal jacket, but I feel like that is genuinely actually doing nothing once Blackfeather builds up his breaking point stacks, because he's also got a bone saw, which absolutely shreds through the armor.
Yeah, like you just try to engage, which is good. You want attacker. The problem is if you don't have the defense and the capacity to slip away on time and to survive it, you're just going to be completely useless. You cannot engage so like randomly if you do not have the items and your defense items more precisely to go with it. So he has to get more defense, even if it's a slumbering husk. He has to have something able to out sustain a burst damage coming out of the team from Mars.
Yeah, but I think Vaguely Insane have a chance in here.
Oh, gonna have to stop you right there. We're gonna have to engage with the double Jittermaul onto this turret. Once again, he does have the echo, which is awesomely planned. Right there was a 12-second cooldown. Atlas is going to be connecting. Unfortunately, not an I Love Ashley. Yes, it does connect. Unfortunately, for this Fox, the Atlas from the Fortress. Going to try and re-engage. The first Vayne turret will be going down. Daniel going to be going very low. Fountain a little bit too late. Onto that side. Kraken still full HP. This might be the GG, but well, the Pantaka trying to do the plays. Once again, he doesn't have that much defense. He's going to try and do the plays. They're going to try and go back to his own Fountain. Going to come back in to re-engage onto this Fortress. Going to be bleeding a little bit out there. Going to try and take him down. Will be going down, and so will the Blackfeather. But it is Kraken. Well, this is going to be very, very tight indeed. It's mid HP.
Hang on to your tear. This is really
I am
close.
zoomed. I am zoomed on these HP bars. They're going very low. One more hit. Two.
I don't think it's enough.
One more. And it's victory for Team from Mars, taking it 2-0 against Team Vaguely Insane.
That was so close. I've got to give so much credit to Vaguely Insane. This semi-pro team, they're not pro. They're not backed by an org. They don't practice that much compared to From Mars. They haven't competed in the VGA, and they did test From Mars in the second game. Cocoa Butter on the Taka was absolutely immense. There was only a couple of mistakes on this Vaguely Insane team in this second game that really caused them to lose it. Because they had a stronghold, Maxman. They really did. But the MVP was Daniel. MVP was 100% Daniel. His Githian walls were amazing. They actually give me goosebumps thinking back of how many times he stunned Arden out of the gauntlet, how he got those triple impales. It was amazing to see.